in some kind of parking lot. Okay, is this suspect going to bring this pursuit to a close? The answer would be no. Okay, okay, crashed into the curb there, did some damage to that RV. The front windshield appears to be out, broken, and yet the driver drives on. Okay, this is definitely one of the craziest pursuits I have seen in my days covering pursuits. Police are on this, Hendricks. Police are definitely on this. In the wider shot, you can see.
They're on top of
So this dude's dog is just.
You should jump on with me.
They're on top of coming up on Victory.
All right, our Kevin Takumi joining me here on our live Facebook look at this wild pursuit. And Kevin, you have a better feel for oh my God, more parts. What happened there? What happened there? Okay, so he came to a stop.
I think the dog might have jumped out.
It looked as if either something fell off the vehicle, or you, Kevin, think. I mean, I didn't see a dog running.
The dog might have. They're looking for it now. The dog might have jumped out of the vehicle.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he came to a kind of slow. Now they're going southbound at Winnetka. They're over by LA Valley. They're over by the college. So they're on Winnetka. He's backing up. He's trying to turn around at Winnetka. They're Winnetka and Victory.
Wow.
Now he's going
so many
back.
Close calls. Another dog?
There's another dog.
And then the RV stopped, and they brought the dog.
He got back in.
He got the dog. The dog jumped out, got out. He stopped.
Is that a different dog? That's a black dog.
So what we did is we went back to look at this live pursuit with our web team just seconds ago, and Oscar's telling us that the dog did either jump or fall out of the vehicle. You saw the driver slam on the brakes and then get the dog back in the RV.
Close calls here. Just passing underneath the 101. Oh, he just hit another car right there.
Oh,
just car came in off of the off ramp there.
Oh wow.
So it's completely. They're still going here.
Wow.
There was a car that was coming off of the 101
dog.
freeway.
Oh gosh.
The dog's still back in the vehicle, hanging on there. The whole right side, you can see right side to it, but it wasn't. Looked like the car. Oh, he just ran another car. It looked like there was possibly another car that was either backing out of that driveway you see right there, but he hit that car broadside.
Oh, the dog is in the street there. Okay, so the suspect running.
Out running, and the dog's going with.
Oh.
Looks
Is
like
it
a
a woman?
female suspect.
Oh my
Looks
gosh.
like it's a female suspect
Oh my
and
gosh.
the dog. She's going.
Whoever lives in this house, lock your doors. All right.
Okay, CHP. She's trying to climb the gate. Okay, CHP officers are now pulling her down.
The dog was with her. All right, so you have what appears to be a suspect down. They're putting the cuffs there on her right there. She was doing everything she could to get away, trying to jump over a fence onto somebody's property. That crash there, another vehicle you say, right, Kevin? That vehicle, the RV crashed into a car?
It crashed into a car, and then it went up and then ended up on top of the front sideway.
Well, folks, that's why you don't do drugs.
Somebody's injured. There's some blood on the ground. I don't know if it's the dog or if it's the woman at this point. It could have been the dog. Might have been thrown from the RV again when it looks like it might be the dog, because the dog's paw is kind of limping on it and holding it off there. So it looks like the dog's paw might have been hurt, probably when it was
Information just coming in now from Oscar on our web team that there were indeed two dogs. All right, police there helping this gentleman who was in the car, the second car that was hit by this RV. So now we have the two dogs. One did get out when you saw that vehicle come to a screeching halt. So one dog did get out, and then a second dog was also in the vehicle. Okay. Wow. All right. So you got to think that paramedics would be here at any minute to render aid. Obviously, this man and not feeling okay enough to get up. So we're going to go pan over now and perhaps take a look at the path of this pursuit.
Yeah, they're
and
looking
see where...
looking at the other vehicle.
Control has been called to attend to the injured dog.
All right, so here is the first car that was hit. Look at the damage to the front end of that car. Hard to tell if there were more people in the vehicle besides the one driver. From this scene, obviously we had to leave the site of this crash as we went on to continue the pursuit, where we saw the second crash and then that suspect try to run and be taken into custody. But here is the scene of the first crash, and I'm just amazed that there weren't more vehicles hit the
There
way
were a
this
lot
woman
of
was
close
driving.
calls throughout this pursuit. The motorhome was going on 70 miles an
Behind,
hour.
still awaiting for paramedics to arrive there to talk with that man. And here you have the suspect there handcuffed, and the dog bleeding. Oscar, talk to me about what you're hearing about the dog and animal control.
So animal control has been called.
Animal
to the
control
scene
called.
to help attend to this injured dog that you're seeing right now.
Okay, all right.
Like the woman's got a little bloody nose too, probably from the impact from the
Law
two
enforcement.
crashes there.
Or also law enforcement.
It could have been,
takedown.
but the impact of that crash, though, that when she hit the back of that car was
Yeah.
significant, and there was so much debris that was already hanging down from the crash with the tree at the Northridge Mall. So very easily at that point she could have hit or something like that. But when law enforcement took her down, it looked like they pulled her off of the gate, but didn't look like there was any motions that would have caused that. Looks more like an injury caused by the impact crash.
Okay. And Lisa Roy, yes, we are seeing that the dog is bleeding. The dog's left paw seems to be injured. Animal control has been called. Oscar, do you know about the status of the first dog, the dog that either jumped or fell out of the vehicle? Yes.
So
We're getting an update here.
So there's video of.
Do you want to fill? Okay, Oscar from the web team is going to fill you guys in.
Yeah, so the first dog that we saw that jumped out of the vehicle or fell out of the vehicle, I actually saw video of the other side of the RV, and that dog actually made it across the street onto the sidewalk. That's where the video stops. You see the driver coming to a screeching halt, a dog back, but they didn't. The dog made it out to safety, out of harm, and the RV kept going.
I just want to interrupt you for a second here, Oscar, because what we're looking at here is the fire department now on the scene of that first crash. It looks like there might be somebody injured because you saw them walk over there perhaps with one of those kits to aid somebody in need. So again, you have the fire department here. This is the first crash. Look at the damage to that front end there. This was the car that was hit, straight on there by that RV that kept on going.
Yeah, it pretty much came right off of the. They got the green light at the off ramp. They went forward. Luckily, it wasn't at a high speed, but you can see the amount of damage it's taken from the collision with that motorhome.
Mm-hmm.
But they weren't going at a very high speed when they were coming off the off ramp there, and broadsided the side of the RV. You can see the driver and passengers in that vehicle. They're standing up and talking to fire department personnel at this time. So,
and as we see these people here standing on the corner, it's hard to tell if there was one person in the car. She looks to be hurt here, perhaps a left shoulder injury they're looking at now. Don't know if the other two helping her are friends or were with her, or they're actually witnesses or people who just came to be of aid. But you can see there that intersection is going to be, blocked off. Is this the freeway off ramp?
yeah, this is the Tampa off ramp off of the eastbound or southbound 101 freeway, right at the bottom of Tampa off ramp. So you can expect CHP to be closing that off ramp soon. Looks like they're getting the rest of the vehicles off of there. Looks like only the door is open on the sedan that hit the RV. So it's probably just the driver there. Probably the other two people are witnesses of the crash. So, but firefighters talking to her, but she is standing up and talking to paramedics there, and they're trying to assess her at this point. Looks like a little bit of a shoulder injury that they're tending to there.
Yeah.
just from probably from the seatbelt and as well as the airbag going off. But
You know,
she is standing up and talking to paramedics, so that's a good sign.
I'm thinking of this intersection here, Tampa and the 101, the off ramp here. I was just there earlier today for a Wednesday's Child shoot. And, you know, you think of these pursuits as we